My name is Mohammed Izalamani. I am the associate producer in charge of the Nightstream project. The world in Nightstream, it revolves around these portals, which we call the Nightstream portals. Think of your fiber optic cables in your homes, and think of all the data that goes back and forth in those fiber optic cables. Think of a physical manifestation of that. So the physical manifestation of that would be the Nightstream portals and the Nightstream tunnels. So when you're in a Nightstream tunnel, you have all this data going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and that is essentially the Nightstream tunnel. Obviously, with that much data and that much information, it is susceptible to being taken control of by bad people, big corporations that want to misuse that kind of power and that kind of information. So that's essentially what the Metronite Corporation is, which is this giant conglomerate trying to harness the power of the Nightstream for their own personal benefit. What you do in Nightstream is that you follow the tail of these people who call themselves runners. These guys are in it to protect the Nightstream, and they consider it sacred. Think of your data privacy policies, all information, it should be kept private. Other people shouldn't have access to that kind of information. But Metronite is using the Nightstream tunnels to get that kind of information from people. And to go against that, the Action Runners, they are trying to uncover the plot hidden within the Metronite Corporation, trying to uncover what they're trying to do with it, because they know something's up, but they don't exactly know what it is.
I'm Lynette Wong. I'm a 2D artist at Streamline Games.
I'm Kelly Tan, same as here, artist at Streamline Games. We both worked on the story, background of the characters, and the concepts for the Malaysian characters. When we were first talking about it, we decided early on that we didn't want these to be just token characters. Here's the Malay, here's the Chinese, here's the Indians. We actually wanted to make characters that we actually liked. Actually, it's the character Zara. She was actually inspired by local singer Yuna. All this the very rough idea. So for Zara, because she's a Muslim character, she's Malay. So we wanted to make sure that we portrayed her in a way that was that was respectful to what the people what someone who would be a Muslim woman who's also very very modern and also forward thinking would be like. So we just wanted to balance that.
I actually looked at Nike because they have a hijab sportswear. So I wanted to see what would enable movement but also keep it conservative.
Because Malaysia doesn't have much of its own identity in terms of media, we're always looking to all the major players like the US or even Japan. Malaysia loves Japan. How to do their media, how to portray characters. So we at least want to try our best, to show have represent Malaysians, or at least part of whatever we can of the culture in this game. Hopefully it does well overseas. Just seeing Malaysia represented in a game that's hopefully successful.
So my name is Shazrin Saleh. I'm the composer and sound designer for Streamline Games. What I do around here is basically making music and noises and sounds for our games. We kind of establish the music direction sort of collaborative way. So that's how after about 3 iterations, we finally pinned down the exact kind of music that we want for the game. The baseline of the music, of that character music, would be based on the character's own attributes. I guess the challenge is to maintain balance, to have the music represents the character as a whole, as the character's cultural background, as the backstory, and as the individual characteristics or unique attributes that is of the character itself.
I'm Wendy de Boer, and I'm a character artist at Streamline Games. From the original game, we took a lot of the textures, levels. We took the original characters as well, but a lot of the content we revamped. We reworked all the textures. For the art style, it's a hand-painted texture style. It's something that a lot of the original Streamliners were really big into. We played games for a long time when most games were hand-painted. So we wanted to have that in this game as well. It's very colorful, and one of the reasons we went with a hand-painted style is because we think it's a very enduring style. It's stylized. It doesn't go so easily out of date as you would with photorealistic graphics. Basically, we wanted to make everything look like a concept art, but moving.
For us to achieve, it took a lot of blood, sweat and tears from the programmers and from the game designers as well. So we really hope that players get the ultimate experience from being able to do whatever they want in a runner game, or however they envisioned it to be in any previous runner games.